Now there's thousands of relationships between the various trigonometric functions and so forth in the identities. And so what we're going to learn how to do is to verify some more of these. Not all thousands of them, but just some more to get a sense of what else we identify. So as we do that, it's a good time to help you remind you about some of the identities that we begin with and that we've had with before. Remember our reciprocal identities? We had our quotient identities, our Pythagoras identities, and our even and odd identities. And these, again, I want you to make sure you're aware of these. Some of these you're going to begin committing to memory because you use them a lot. So let's use them now. We want to verify this to be true. Secant x times cotangent x equals cosecant x. We want to verify that truth to make sure that that is a true identity. And we're going to do that based on some of the earlier identities that we already know or have proven to be true. Strategy, there's really no one way to do it. Different methods will work at different times. So for you that like to solve puzzles, these can be kind of like a puzzle. So just start solving it and see if you get there. Typically my strategy is I want to start working on the complicated side and try to work that side down or maybe both sides down to where I get to some point where I know for sure something does equal something. So let's look at this as an example. Secant x. Well, I know that's also the inverse of 1 over cosine x. Cotangent of x is cosine of x over the sine of x. Now, you're right. Cotangent of x is also 1 over tangent of x. I could go that way, but I'm not sure the tangent of x is going to be helpful, especially since I don't see tangent anywhere else listed in here. But I do see cosines. This looks like then that I can go ahead and simplify. Looks like I can go ahead and factor out a cosine in the numerator and the denominator. So this simplifies down to 1 over sine of x. And 1 over sine of x is a reciprocal function. 1 over sine of x equals cosecant of x. So I've demonstrated in this process, and it looks like I only worked on one side as I worked all the way down, that I got to some point for it to be a valid identity. Or I could probably even stop right here because we've already proven that 1 over sine of x equals cosecant of x. So we know that this is true. And if I didn't make any mistakes, the statement above it is true. And if we didn't make any mistakes, and then my original statement must be true. And that's how we verify some different identities.